Is brainwashing even real? Welcome to Critical Thinking Skin, where we look at how you can think about any faith-challenging message and arrive at a biblical, logical conclusion yourself. I'm Patricia Engler, and today let's begin a series of videos about brainwashing, a controversial concept and emotionally charged word which makes for effective propaganda. Instead of arguing logically against a message, propagandists can just say the message source likes brainwashing kids, and boom, the source is instantly discredited with a post that can go viral on social media regardless of whether the message was true. Because the word brainwashing has become such cheap arsenal for propaganda battles, it's wise to apply the term cautiously, especially because not everyone agrees about what brainwashing is or even whether it really happens. So let's examine that today, applying critical thinking check number 4, check the definitions, to answer what exactly is brainwashing. The Merriam-Webster dictionary offers 2 definitions. First, a forcible indoctrination to induce someone to give up basic political, social, or religious beliefs and attitudes and to accept contrasting regimented ideas. And second, persuasion by propaganda or salesmanship. Definition 1 comes closer to the historical and more controversial view of brainwashing. Today, we often think of brainwashing as any sort of intense, manipulative persuasion method. But around 1950, the word brainwashing was specifically used to describe re-education processes that communist governments practiced on political dissidents, controlling everything from their sleeping to eating to social contact while indoctrinating them, including by torture, to embrace communism and renounce former views. Pastor Richard Wurmbrand, who was among millions of Christians persecuted for their faith under communist Europe, wrote this: "The methods vary, but brainwashing in my Romanian prison consisted essentially of this. We had to sit 17 hours on a form which gave no possibility to lean, and you were not allowed to close your eyes. For 17 hours a day, we had to hear, 'Communism is good, communism is good, communism is good,' etc. Christianity is dead, Christianity is dead, Christianity is dead, etc. Give up, etc." He described this as worse than the physical torture he experienced. And as similar atrocities unfolded throughout the 20th century, people increasingly researched, discussed, and dreaded brainwashing. Public fear mounted with the rising popularity of cults, which sometimes applied techniques like communist re-education tactics to control and retain members. Along the way, the term brainwashing became tied up in legal drama surrounding whether people should be excused from crimes committed while supposedly brainwashed. By the mid-1990s, definitions for what brainwashing is and how to measure it became so muddied and politicized that many researchers dismissed the concept of brainwashing altogether. Other researchers, however, argued that brainwashing does exist as an extreme form of social control, exploiting the psychological manipulation tactics we see in other contexts like advertising, but to a greater extent. What's not scientific, they clarified, is the caricature that brainwashing involves some sort of mysterious, irresistible forces by which authority figures hijack unsuspecting people's minds against their will and turn them into robot slaves. One cult researcher instead describes brainwashing as a specific process of changing people's belief systems so they become willing to do and believe whatever a totalitarian brainwasher says or face painful social or emotional consequences. It gets a little more complicated than that, and the definition for brainwashing can become quite narrow. Because of that, and because of connotation that brainwashing has accumulated from overuse in propaganda, I want to be careful describing Christians' experiences in secular classrooms and culture as brainwashing. For example, most Western students hopefully aren't being forced at gunpoint to recant their former beliefs. However, I'd suggest that conditions Christian students often face at university can share some parallels with what brainwashing victims experience, like being repeatedly told their beliefs are wrong while living under conditions that make critical thinking harder. So, while universities don't necessarily involve what Merriam-Webster would call forceful indoctrination under definition 1, they are ideal indoctrination centers. There, intensive persuasion by propaganda, which is definition 2, can run full course thanks to psychological forces including repetition, authority, and conformity discussed in episodes 40, 23, and 24. So when I say brainwashing in future videos, I mean it in the popular sense of the word as a potentially subversive, one-sided form of indoctrination. We'll look closer at what indoctrination is and how it compares to educational instruction and whether churches brainwash kids next time. Meanwhile, for more on how to think critically about faith-challenging messages, you can access my other CT scan videos packed with tactics, tips, and tools that helped me as a Christian student at Secular University. Thank you for watching. Hey, it's Patricia. Just wanting to let you know that if you like these videos, are on board to share the message of biblical authority and want to give, you're welcome to help Answers in Genesis produce more content like this and equip more people to defend their faith by making a one-time donation or becoming a monthly supporter by clicking the link below. Thanks so much.